Right, right, guys, just give me a minute. I'm just trying to test this out to see if my chat's working. Right, so that has been very, very interesting there. Yeah, so I've been speaking to myself for about the past 15 minutes there. So, yeah, I will say this now, though, folks, if you didn't hear it before, welcome along to Thursday tier here in Albert Park, Australia. And yeah, we had Texas last week. It was Brandon who came along with the win there. And he's currently sitting in P5 here, but it's only Q1 right now, so we've got plenty of time. Prof, though, he looks like he could be the one that could drop out here, but he's going to have have a good time in order not to risk it. Kind of bud, though. He's just ahead of Prof there. Now, if they could only get this caution away so we could be able to see how long we've got. And we've got Chuckle watching from Spain. You know what, Chuckle? I actually asked you that question when you said evening comms, chat and drivers. I actually remember asking you that aren't you away on holiday? And I was wondering how I didn't get a response. So yeah, now I know. But yeah, I hope you're enjoying yourself and having an absolute blast. Short Marcus. He's retired, same with Prodigy and Matthew. They obviously realised that they're going to go through, and Carapod is kind of messed up there at turn 10 there, at turn 11 there, and he just got a bit too much on the curb there at turn 12, putting himself all out of shape there, and I don't think with that time he will be going through. I could be wrong though. Oh, and he just misses out by a bit more than I thought. So yeah, that is the end of the first of the 3 qualifying sessions here at the Australian Grand Prix, claiming that top fastest lap here in the first qualifying session. Prodigy with a 1:17.789, 5 thousandths of a second behind him. Short Marcus and Matthew was under 500ths of a second behind Prodigy there, so quite close between the top 3 there. After that was Koyex, Banter Brandon, Paul Jones, Looneyman, Pippo Kennedy, Danny, Taylor Danny, Royal Rumble, Lee, Alex, Bugatti and Prof. The 2 that had been eliminated here, unfortunately, is Cannabud, who couldn't my God, couldn't manage to hook up a proper lap there in the end, and Pin Bowden, unfortunately, being the first victim of that turn 10 terror corner. As we all know that if you don't take the correct line, it will throw you right into the wall. Yep, so got Chuckle there, looking forward to the rest. Same with Buzzin and yeah, Prof into Q3. Oh, maybe if he's on the intermediates, maybe. I hope he's not listening to this. No, I thought something fell. So let's see who's going to be the first one up. It's going to be Taylor Danny. As we did know that the Williams were the first out in the first qualifying session. They were the first ones to get their laps in. Yep, so Seen the chat getting quite lively there, so come on, keep them comments fired in, give us a bit of entertainment as well, because, well, I'm on my own here tonight, and it's a bit unfortunate, but hey ho, these things happen, unfortunately. So, yeah, I actually forgot to mention that unfortunately, my other commentator couldn't make it today, so I'm having to ride it solo on this one, and yeah, you get to hear more of my beautiful Scottish voice, I would say. But right now we're seeing that Taylor Danny, who's just rounding the final corner now to start his lap, and who will be setting the banker lap for the whole, well, not the banker lap, but the main target lap for everyone to beat first off. And there we go, round in turn 2 there. Into turn 3 now, remember here, a good few years ago, Alonso getting launched up and over the back of, I think it was Kevin Magnussen, I could be wrong. And yeah, he got launched right up in the air there. Just seen quite a few memorable moments from this track, I will say, especially over the years. Turn 1 at the start of the race, I remember Ralf Schumacher actually went into the back of Rubens Barrichello, if I remember right, which I always thought was funny. But then there we go, Taylor Danny, he is not going to be setting the first time of Q2. He is being climbed to the he's the second victim now of turn 10. Just got a little bit out of shape there on the curb, on the exit. Yeah, so Taylor Danny out, Bugatti Sloven. I did miss what happened to him, unfortunately. Now, what is that with Prof there? I think it was it? I'm unsure. But we're still on board. I think it's Prodigy to the line, 117.937. William on 118.3, so quite a bit off there. We've got Lee up next. Actually, there's someone else just ahead of Lee. That's Matthew, 117.729. Fastest we've seen yet, I think. Pippo Kennedy with a 118.032. You've seen the leader with a 118.936. Paul Jones coming to the line now. DRS is wide open. Let's see what he's going to be able to do. He goes P2 with the 117.774. And that is one thing else I'll need to give you a little update on as well, is the driver standings. But we'll have a wee look further down. We've got Prof, I think, who's on a lap. Yep. He's just coming into turn 3 now, and you see that Alfa Romeo, I think that might be Lee. No, sorry, that's Paul Jones Jr. making sure he's right out of the way of the driver of Prof coming up behind him. As we do know, this track sometimes can be a little bit tricky with in terms of space. But we'll have a wee look at the standings right now. We've got Paul Jones Jr., who's actually in the lead by quite a considerable margin. He's in on 147 points. Matthew in the Aston Martin is on 116. Koyak's Gamer sits in third with 94 points. On 90 points is Chuckle just behind him. Prodigy on 90 points also in tied fourth. And then just behind that, there's a close battle going on for 6th place between Chuck, Pippo Kennedy and Bugatti Sloven, who are all on 76, 77, 76 and 74 points respectively. And then in the constructors, you've got Aston Martin on 193, Alfa Romeo on 160, Haas on 118, Williams 115, Alpha Tauri and Mercedes are both on 111, Red Bull on 110, you got McLaren on 98, Alpine on 68, and Ferrari with 20 points. So now we get back to the action. Oh God, I think shit, Marcus. Here we go, shot Marcus rounding the final corner now. He's yet to set a time, so let's see what time he's going to put in. The fastest time of 1:17.701. And that is now the quickest lap out there that we have had tonight, folks. Anyway. So Alex on a lap now. He's just coming around at turn 12 now. Matthew retired because, well, obviously he has realised that he's got the pace in that previous lap there to just chill out now and move on to Q3 now. But Alex just came across the line, 1:19.258. He's definitely going to have to do another lap, but then again, we're only going to have two people getting dropped out. Brandon, I didn't even see what happened to him either. Oh, so short Marcus, I'm unsure if he's going to get in, is he? Nope. He's trying to save the tyres, I think. Or something, I'm not sure. 2 seconds. folks. Sorry about that. Prodigy coming up to turn 11 now. Let's see what he's going to be able to do. Is he's currently sitting 5th with a 117.937. He's only 8 thousandths of a second off Koyak's Gamer, just ahead in 4th. But then again, it ain't going to be mattering much here in Q2, as there's only going to be 2 people that are going to be eliminated, Danny and Royal Rumble, as we're looking at the moment. But Prodigy, he is making a statement right there with that time of 117.485. That is considerably quicker than what has been shown up till now. And when we look further back, Danny's managed to move up into 9th place and get out of that drop zone with a 118.523. So he goes into 9th place. So Lee is in the danger zone right now. He's just came out on track, and Alex, he's on his out lap. Also, who is in the drop zone, Royal Rumble, though, he is just on his way up to turn 9 now, where he's going to be facing that dreaded turn 10, and he managed to keep it quite smoothly, but the thing is, that could also cost him a little. There's a certain line between too cautious and not cautious enough. There's a sort of line. You've got to try and find that middle ground. But now he's coming to the line. What time is he going to be able to put in? It's not going to be a 117, it's going to be a 119.111. That puts him into 11th place right now. He's going to have to try and get another 2/10 off his time, but judging by the amount of battery he's got left, he is not going to be able to do it. He's going to have to just go straight into the pits after this lap is over. So let's see Alex, who's in the drop zone right now. He's just navigated turn 10. He's got a little bit of traffic. I think that's traffic of Lee just ahead, who's just coming around at turn 13 now. I believe we'll be going to the line as well, as this is going to depend on the pair of them. Where the Lee moves up, so it's going to put Danny's into the... Danny and Royal Rumble are out. Danny and Royal Rumble are out of Q2. And we've got that before we've even finished. I think that's probably one of the first times that has happened in RTG, so unfortunately it's just not the best when that does happen, but what could you do? Yep, so we've got Chuckle here in the chats screaming like a little girl, happy as can be. Prof being into Q3, he is screaming for that, he's happy as can be. So, got a little fun there, Prof, cheering you on all the way from Spain. So, that's always fun to know. And now we're just waiting for these two to jump into their garages now. So that is the end of the second of three qualifying sessions. So there we go. The end of Q2, and Prodigy getting that fastest lap, the 117.485. Absolutely smashing it out the park there. Short Marcus in the Ferrari was P2 with a 117.701. Then it was Matthew, Paul Jones, Koyx, Pippo Kennedy, Lee, Looneyman, Alex, and Prof. They will all be moving on to the third and final stage of qualifying. And that'll be where the top 10 will battle it out for pole position and that extra point. Unfortunately, though, starting in the respective places will be Danny in 11th, Royal Rumble in 12th, Taylor Danny in 13th, Banter Brandon 14th and 15th will be Bugatti Sloven, and they'll all be starting in them places 11th to 15th. Now we are on to the 12-minute Q3 and session and the final qualifying session of the evening. Now the top 10 are going to battle out for that extra point. And it seems to be that we're all a little quiet up to now. Oh, there's a McLaren, and I think is that an Aston Martin there? It's Matthew who's first out the block. So he's going to be the first one to be setting a time. So anybody in the comment section, let me know who you think will be pole position. Sorry, will be starting in P1. Let us know. It's always fun to find out. So stay on board with Matthew as he's just rounded the final corner, just starting his lap now. He wings it into turn 1 there, using up as much of that track as possible. Into turn 2 there. He's going to have that DRS wide open. You look at the rear wing there. The drag reduction system reduces the drag so much on the rear tyres. Into turn 5 here, you've got to try and take it as much as possible, because it is possible to be flat out, but it is a tough one sometimes. Around turn 8 now, and now it's going to be flat out until turn 9. And there we go, that's the DRS open again here. As I think this has got 4 DRS zones here. Into turn 9 and 10, they're using up as much of the apex and curb on the exit also. And now into turn 11, you've got that corner on the inside there. The curb is really awkward, I will say now, compared to the way it was before. Now around turn 13 into 14 now, using up as much of that curb on the exit there. And now to the line, the times you're going to be able to put in a 117.434. Nicely done there from short Marcus Prodigy with a 117.557. Who's going to be up next? Let's see, is anyone going to be able to smash that time back? Paul Jones, he's just coming around the final corner now. Let's see what that Alfa Romeo is going to be able to put on. It crosses the line at 117.775. And then away goes in fourth with 118.0. And Purple Kennedy's just trying to burn off some fuel. I think Sean Marcus may be doing the same. Price Gamer though, he's on a lap now and he's just coming around turn 13. Is he finishing his lap? He doesn't appear to be using it very far, I don't think. Oh, he was. 117.295. Jesus. Absolute smashing time there. I wouldn't be too surprised if that is pole position right there. So we've got a little prediction from Chuckle. Said Marcus, Prod, Matthew, then Paul. So it's close up to now. Coyotes Gamer's kind of thrown a sort of spanner in the works for your prediction there, Chuckle. But yeah, Prof, who's on a lap now, coming around turn 7 and 8. And for all those that have just joined in, welcome along. We're into the third and final qualifying session. And we've only got a few minutes left on the clock before we get into the main event. So we've got Profis jumping into the pits. We've got Alex Goza. Let's see what he's going to be able to do. So he's just rounded turn 11 into 12. Now around 13. Throws it to the left as much as possible for turn 14. Now he's on the final stretch to the line, puts in a time of 118.718. Considerably slower than the rest of the folks that have put in lap times over 5 anyway. Purple Kennedy there, coming into turn 3 now. He's still one of the folks that's still yet to set a time. We'll see whereabouts is the Looney Man. He's just up ahead. Apparently he set the purple in Sector 1, but we all know what this game is like. It likes to talk S-hit, pretty much, which ain't always good. It likes to give you that false sense of hope, as we see it again there with Purple Kennedy, but it isn't until you've already made a lap that it gives you true, accurate readings, which is kinda annoying. So, let's see, Looney Man coming around the final corner. What time's he going to be able to do? 118.082. And Purple Kennedy with 117.718. That slots him into 4th position there. Prof, though, he's just starting a lap now. So we got Wilson and here we go. Prof coming around turn 11 now, just entering sector 3 there. And coming around turn 13 and 14. Final stretch of the line, we'll be able to see what time he's going to be able to put on the board. Is it still yet to put a time on the board? 118.948. He's going to have to shave off quite a lot of time on that in order to get even up to 7th place. But then again, Looney Man coming to the line now. That was a warm-up lap. And Prodigy's actually up on his time. It was by 1,000th of a second, but still up on his time. And there he goes, up even more, but he uses a bit too much of that curve, and it's unsettled the car too much. And he could already tell that by the delta. Oh, and he invalidated as well. My mistake, didn't even see that there. But yeah, so he's unfortunately lost that. Give me a second here, folks. There we go. So Prodigy is done with his lap. Let's see, we'll see what's going to be happening. Looney Man on a lap, I think that's not, that's not, that might be Paul Jones. Yep, it's Paul Jones just ahead. The Looney Man goes 6th with a 117.831. He's got time to go again, but whether he's got the battery and the fuel to go again, that's another question. Short Marcus, though, this is going to be his one and done as he's coming along to turn number 9 right now. Alex Couza has retired from this Grand Prix, and that's been another turn 10 terror there. So that turn 10 is a bit treacherous, I will say, and it does like to make you its bitch, so to speak. And talking about making his bitch, turn 12 just done that to Short Marcus and just threw him into the wall there. Yeah, you can't park there, mate. Paul Jones, though, he's on his final lap, sorry. He's sitting in 5th currently, and he's just passed exit of turn 12 where we've just seen short Marcus crash, and now he's coming to the line. Is he going to have a quick enough time? I think he is. Oh, 117.409. Matthews here absolutely smashes that first one into the 116s. A 116.930. What a lap, Lee, man. What's he going to be able to do? Is he going to be doing anything? Nope, he's invalidated. So there we go. That is going to be the end of... That'll be the end of the qualifying. Oh, that was absolutely priceless. 2 seconds, I'm going to have to change that because... Yeah, that's good. Oh, the Mueller. Yeah, I will say that I do agree. That took a great lap there. Mark's bull. Oh, just that reaction, so there you chuckle. But yeah, so just waiting for Lehman himself and the McLaren getting wheeled back in, and there you go, that's him wheeled back into the garage. And that's that Aston Martin of Matthew, who's took that pole position and who will effectively have that extra point already before we even get underway. So he puts it in. The only person that's managed to get into the 116 is a 116.930. Absolutely smashing time from him. And I would say closely behind, but he wasn't, unfortunately. It was Coyte's Gamer. He's going to be sitting alongside him on row 1. Row 2 will be Paul Jones and Prodigy. And then in 5th and 6th on row 3 will be Pippo Kennedy and Looneyman. Row 4 of 7th and 8th will be Lee and Alex Koza. Prof in 9th and 10th make up row 5. So, now, if anybody is listening, yeah, read the tier, read the chat. Pretty much, I will say that. As we have had some problems with folks readying up a little too early, and as we know, that's only meant to be not. We don't get worked into shape until the bosses say so. Pretty much, but yeah. So, seeing quite a few people here on medium tyres. It's only alternating between mediums and softs right now. Majority, what's that? In the top 14, there's only one soft runner, and that's Royal Rumble. And you've got Bugatti Sloven and Perrin Boden both wanting to start on the softs. Now that is quite interesting. A wee quick flashback as well. Oh, now it's went to just Perrin Boden, who's starting on them soft compound tyres. Everyone else on the yellow walled Pirelli. So now we're getting ready to get underway here. 5 lights and they're away. We'll see Matthew here managing to get a great launch, but then we've got Paul Jones here moving up into second place on Coyte's Gamer. He's going to have the inside line, looking for a move on Matthew there, but unfortunately no dice there, and it looks like there's been contact there, and Coyte's Gamer is around, and there's been massive contact there. Trying to get further back here to get a good look here, and we can see the debris all flying all over the place. We've seen Cannabud getting a penalty there, we've seen front noses all over the place. Lee and Short Marcus are already out of this Grand Prix, and Cannabud has just got another 5-second penalty. We'll have a wee quick look up, and it looks like, yep, Cannabud's unfortunately had 10 seconds worth of time penalties already. Now we'll try and have a look. So we've got the Haas of both Haases have got a penalty. Now I think the intelligent thing for Cannabud to do would be to get out of Coyte's Gamer's way if possible. And now Coyte's Gamer will be itching to try and get past there. Of course he can when it comes to the pit lane, so we'll have a wee look and we'll see who else has got damage there. I'm pretty sure I've seen the Mercedes there, a Prof maybe. Did he have any damage? Nope, it doesn't appear to be. But we'll have a quick look at the position changes for now. Banter Brandon, he's made the most of that and he's up 7 places now. Cutty's Gamer, the biggest loser on this, with being down, and Cannabud comes into the pit lane. Same with his teammate who is just behind him now. But no, the Cannabud is going to end up having that 5-second time penalty. And he's also going to have to get a front wing change. It's a bit down, a bit of a gutter how you could only serve one penalty at a time. You can't just serve 2 of them. Oh, right. So it's a wet race about halfway through. So we have the prediction that there's going to be some rain near about halfway through the race. So that's going to be quite interesting. Tyres. Quitex Gamer going aggressive now. He's going on the soft compound tyres, of course. That is going to be quite a good tyre for him. Oh, Cannabud want to be careful going across turn 3 there. Looking like he could possibly picked up a warning. But now the safety car is just coming through turn 10. And we've got Koyak's Gamer just coming through turn 5 now. From Bhutan. So now we just wait patiently. We'll see Cannabud. We'll have a wee look. Yep, so he's only got 5 seconds worth of penalties. I think what the intelligent thing would be for him to do would be to jump into the pits if he can and just slip another set of mediums on, or even a set of softs. And you'd be able to serve that 5-second time penalty as well and just rejoin back up at the back of his teammate. He could have got rid of that penalty dead easy there. But he has opted for the hard way. Oh no, we've just had a bit more of an update there. From a certain McLaren driver who will not mention his name, or their name, so that's going to be 5 minutes till rain apparently, so Quitex Gamer might have pulled off a blinder here. But now we've had that message from race control to say safety car is in this lap and we're going to be getting underway racing again in just a few short moments. Here we go. That's some got going now, just coming out. Oh! And Matthew almost ends up losing it, going into turn 14 there. Trying to get too much on the power, coming out with 13 there, trying to make sure he gets away as well as as he can. It looks like there's a big gap here, but it looks like Brandon's already making the move upon Danny, going into turn 1. He's going to have the inside line, and he manages to make that move. Stick moving up into 6th place on the McLaren there. Nicely done there from Banter Brandon. We'll have a wee quick look further back as Alex is looking right up the rear of Taylor Danny. Of course, we remember Taylor Danny, unfortunately, being a victim to the treacherous turn 10, sorry. Got the tongue twister there. So we'll see, will he still have that confidence going into it, as he's going to have the inside line coming into turn 9, and Alex, oh, he breaks just that bit too much there, gives him just that little bit too much room, and Taylor Danny just manages to hold it up. Royal Rumble though, trying to go around the outside of Prof here at turn 11, and he does manage to pull it off. Moves up into 10th place. Nicely done there from Royal Rumble. But for Trickle's sake, he'll be wanting Prof to get the finger out, so to speak. Matthew putting in the fastest lap, then it was Looneyman who just put it in with a 121.096. We'll have a wee quick look further up Prodigy, right on the back end of Pippo Kennedy, and it looks like he could be going for a move going into turn 3, and he is. He's moving down the inside. There's a bit of contact there, and Prodigy, unfortunately, didn't manage to get that move done. I will say Pippo Kennedy there, a bit aggressive driving there, could have left a bit more space on the inside there, because we do know Prodigy was alongside. So we've got, that's the rain started. So folks, we're seeing that the rain has started. We'll have a wee quick look, and we'll get the tyre data up for now, as we'll wait and find out who's going to be the first one to blink in this sort of, it's like a big standoff that they're going to have. So safety, the rain starting, that's going to obviously cause pits to happen, but DRS just being enabled this lap, we could see it being disabled before anyone even gets a chance to use it. Well, let's see, a second gap has already procured between Matthew and Paul and the Winnie man there. So about 3 seconds between the lot of them. Prodigy getting extra close up to the back of Pippo Kennedy, and Pippo Kennedy's absolutely binned it into the wall there, and there's going to be a safety car. Now we're going to see people all jumping onto the intermediate tyres, like Koyx Gamer there, already onto the intermediate tyres. Pippo Kennedy dropped all the way from 4th down to 10th position, and he's got a broken front wing, so that's only going to mean more time added on, unfortunately. Prodigy, so he'll be saying to himself, that was a bit of a karma there from just a little bit ago. Yep, that is definitely coming into intermediate tyre territory now. I will say that, but judging by the way the ground is looking, so let's see, we've got everybody in front jumping into the pits, and we're going to see any, nope, it's not going to be any congestion anyway in terms of teams. Royal Rumble could have got that position there. Oh well. Pippo Kennedy coming in. He'll be getting that front wing changed. So we've got rain now. Perrin Boden though, he's still out on the medium compound tyres. What? I'm confused by that. So we're only 7 laps in. Rain started now. We've had 2 safety cars. This is yeah, this is fun. Great racing in between all that, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, they really need to sort their game out. Like, yeah, know what I mean? Safety cars are either never or like 96 times a bloody race. I mean, people in the chat, right? Quick question for y'all while we're in this safety, under safety car right now. What is the most annoying bug that you've found in this game yet? Most annoying one. For me, probably. Yep, as we see Perrin Boden jumping into the pits now. He might be able to get out ahead of Coyte's Gamer, but I think it might be better for him not to. Yeah, one of the ones I hated the most was the formation lap bug when you're in online lobby and it just wouldn't let you continue on. So yeah, or even one thing that's actually built into this game is, like, for instance, like Brazil, can't remember, basically the final braking zone. You spin off to the left hand side, it resets you straight on track. The host is allowing the pass. Yeah, that is annoying. Or actually, I stand corrected, not the formation lap. Because I am, how should I put it? My skills are a little more ineffective in this sport than what always does my tree. But yeah, so is when you're trying to overtake your lap and you're trying to overtake the safety car, or when you're trying to overtake someone, like say you've been lapped by 3 cars and you're trying to unlap yourself, and that always tells you to return to the correct position. The only way you could get past them is if the driver ahead that is on the lap ahead of you jumps off the track for a second. But anyway, enough of the other them things that does my tree in, and now we're going to be getting into something else that's going to be done other people's trees in. A wet race now. Matthew is going to be leading us away, and it looks like he's managed to get the jump on the rest of the field here. He's 30.7 seconds ahead. The only one, unfortunately, jumped quite a bit. Prodigy, though, the gap is already... Oh, Perrin Boden got a terrible exit there out of the final corner, and now it's moved down. Danny, so looks like he could be going for a move, is he? No, he isn't. But still sticking quite close to Taylor Danny there. Banter Brandon, though, he's been absolutely lighting this league on fire recently. As we know that he just went 1 out last weekend at Texas. He managed to walk away with a win. So now he's started from, where was it, 14th? Yep, he started in 14th. And now he's already up into 5th place. Of course, he did have some of the instances happening at the start of the race. He just kind of got lucky and survived that, I would say, as well. That's all you could do in that sort of moment, is just feel lucky that you're in the right place and just try and survive. Well, Banter Brandon looks like he's just getting right close to the back of Prodigy, just ahead. Of course, there's not going to be any DRS since it is wet now. Oh, Royal Rumble and Alex close of battle now. Oh, and Alex just cuts across the front of him. And that was a bit cheeky there, and he could have left the Royal Rumble a bit more space there at the apex of turn 1, but chose not to. As Royal Rumble decided to back out of it. Of course, it seems like he's not going to have the complete confidence. Give it just a few moments. There we go, folks. I just had to change a couple of settings there. Banter Brandon, though, if he's going to be able to get a good launch here, which he could do, and it looks like he has. Oh, if he just used up some of that battery there, he could have went and moved up there into 4th place on Prodigy. But then again, he's kind of playing the long game, it appears. So, let's have a look. Oh, we've got a caution in Sector 3, Per Bowden. Oh, Per Bowden's been out of turn 14 there, and we've got another safety car. Wow, another safety car for this is seriously getting on my nerves. Like, seriously, all these safety cars are just doing me nothing. At this rate, we may as well just finish under a safety car. We've had more laps under safety car, and the thing is, it's stuff that we're able to just sweep up. But unfortunately, we've had 4 retirees now. Short Marcus and Lee at the very start, and then Hannibal just a wee bit before that, a wee bit after that. I think I was with Peppo Kennedy there crashing at turn 4, and then you had Pam Bowden who's just crashed out there, and unfortunately it causes this safety car. So, we're down to 13 drivers now. So, Peppo Kennedy, unfortunately, running right down there into 12th place, and we'll have a wee look. It looks like we might be having another lap of safety car. I hope not, but hey-ho. We should find it right about now. Nope, doesn't appear to be, so it looks like we're going to have another special safety car lap. So we just had Basin put a message saying big shout out to Looney Man, my wool-loving friend. There you go, Looney Man sitting there in 3rd place there, and looking quite good in contention for a podium place, of course. Shut up, we could be a commentator's first, which I hope it isn't. But Brandon up 9 places up to now. We've got that message from Race Control saying safety car will be in at the end of this lap. That's just speeding away. And now Matthew is going to be controlling the pace of this restart yet again. Let's just hope he doesn't get a little bit shaky coming out of turn 13 as well again, when he was trying to plant it that little bit before. Going extra slow, making sure to still keep it above that 50-mile-an-hour mark, and now he's went, but he's been a little bit more careful than before. Paul Jones has managed to keep right on the back of him, and it looked like Brandon was going to be having a look on a move on Prodigy, but oh, now he is though. Prodigy just getting a little bit out of shape on the exit of turn 2 there, and just, but it looks like he's going to still have the inside line with a little bit of contact to the back of the Winnie man. And it doesn't look like there's going to be... Oh, it looks like he's still going to go for a move around the outside. Nope. Prodigy. Oh, now he gets the switch back, and now he's moved up into 4th place. No, Taylor Danny's managed to move up past Prodigy also. So, Prodigy not having the best... not having the best restart, so Looney Man though down in 9th, just looked away for 2 seconds there, and he's just moved right down there. Prodigy moving down. Prodigy is down in. I have no idea what's been happening in this. Absolute. What, I have no idea. Prodigy, what's happened with him? He says he's boxing this lap, so I think he could possibly be done. Unfortunately, it's never good to see when that happens. Looney Man into the pits. I think he's got front wing damage, so he's going to be jumping into getting the front wing. Prodigy, though, we'll see what he's going to be doing. See, yeah, that's unfortunate. So we're going to be down to 12 now after Looneyman's Prodigy's departure. Fortunately enough, Looneyman has decided to stay in this race still. Quite Gamer though, after doing such an amazing start of this Grand Prix, sitting down in 10th, he's managed to do not too bad in terms of the damage limitation, but then again, he's of course still not getting anywhere near the points that he would have been scoring. Guys, Sloven are sticking right close to the back of his teammate, who is right behind Alex Koza there in 6th place. Now that's one thing I will be surprised at, is we've not seen too many penalties being handed out here, especially for track limits. These folks managing to stay right in between the white lines. And apparently Looneyman does, he loves the sheep. He really does. And he'll apparently tell us that himself. So if he gets on the podium, which is going to be a tough call now in 13 laps from 12th, we may hear from him. But that may depend on if interviews will be happening tonight. As I'm hungry, so we've just seen a swap there between the Alpha Tauris and Pippo Kennedy. They're not managing to take advantage of that, but Bugatti up next has got Alex Koza just ahead of him. We won't further about, and the gap between 1st and 6th is looking quite mad at the moment. All 2 seconds within between each other. It's a closest battle. It's a battle for 7th place here. It's all the way down to 11th right now. There are still a little bit of a distance out from each other, but of course that will always happen for a bit. But we're seeing quite a lot of them. Actually, Prof is the only one who's managed to keep his battery that's all the way up to 6th. That is Looneyman. He's unfortunately quite a distance back. Alex goes into the wall at turn 2 there. Oh no, Bugatti and Pippo and Koyaks are all battling out at turn 3 there. And Pippo Kennedy managed to get past one of the Alpha Tauris, and he's got the next one of Royal Rumble up next, and it looks like he's got the better exit through turn 7 and 8 there, and he's going to have the outside the line on the run all the way down to turn 9. But then again, it looks like Royal Rumble's just got that bit more straight line speed. But then again, Pippo Kennedy could still come back on with having that bit of traction on the corner exits. Like right there, we could see how quick he's managed to be able to get back on the power. Alex getting that 3-second time penalty. It looks like they're all battling out now. It looks like Bugatti Sloven and Koyak's Gamer are battling out also just behind that, and it looks like oh, there was a little bit of contact there between Bugatti Sloven and Koyak's Gamer, and Prof could be looking for a move. Also, it looks like he could be looking for a move up the right hand side. No, yeah. Yeah, so they've all managed to calm down a little now, but it looks like Bugatti Sloven and Prof are still hot on the tails of Koyak's Gamer there in 8th. Alex into the pits now. And I think, yeah, he's got my number. Same number as me, Clinton. Kayak's gamer though. He's still managing to keep that gap to Royal Rumble and boshes on his car right off the wall. We'll have to check, see if he's got damage. That's going to compromise him as well. As it looks like Bugatti Sloven could be having a wee look. We'll have a wee look from Royal Rumble's point of view and try and see if he has got any damage. Of course, this is going to be quite hard with the spray and everything that's going to be up above, but having a look, looking at that left hand side there, he's knocked that end plate off, and that's going to allow Bugatti Sloven to slide up. And same with Prof here, who's sliding up the inside of turn 12. Kayak's gamer will just be absolutely raging at himself inside that cockpit, where he's just went and lost, 3 places there by hitting it into the wall, and now he's going to be losing another place to Loneyman just behind. Yep, so there we go to see the swap between Kayaks and Loneyman happening. We'll go back up as it looks like Royal Rumble and Prof getting them multiple warnings. Big bad FIA had to give a wee to go sit on the naughty step, so to speak. But he's just lost a lot of pace there, and it looks like Bugatti Sloven absolutely blistering past it. His teammate of Royal Rumble, whether that was orchestrated or not. But anyway, Bugatti up in 7th, Royal Rumble in 8th now. So they two swapping around. And it looks like these gaps just up ahead are just getting bigger and bigger. Banter Brandon though, he's managed to keep quite a consistent gap. Same with Paul Jones. These two gaps have sort of stabilised. Matthew not getting too far away, but Paul Jones is managing to save that by quite a lot. Of course, it shouldn't really matter in the sense of keeping back, because we all know that in these conditions it will come back quite quickly if you're going to be braking for the corners a lot earlier. So we're just seeing these gaps just start to open up a bit more. But then again, that could still bring about the action. We do know that the weather here does like to make it a little bit extra spicy here. Royal Rumble and his teammate Bugatti Sloven are the two that are closest on the track right now, as I say, on the field. But Bugatti Sloven is trying to close that gap on Purple Kennedy just ahead, who's got that 6th place just ahead. And you can see him just as Bugatti Sloven starts to brake. Purple Kennedy's turning in about 1.8 second gap, 1.9 now. So the big, it's a big gap in terms of in the rain compared to when it's not raining as well. When it's raining, could be actually a bit harder to catch up. So see, Royal Rumble is actually losing time. So all these gaps here are looking to start to stabilise. It doesn't look like anyone is changing roughly. But guys, Sullivan's still not being able to close that gap just yet. He's not using it yet. Danny, though, is into the pit. So Danny's now dropped down. We'll have a wee look and see what the tyres are looking like. So I've seen a few of them actually. Sorry about that there, folks. But I've seen a few of them still out 15, 16 laps, still on them intermediate tyres. But of course, they were utilised under safety car for a good few laps also. So, fastest lap right now, Winnieman with a 121.096, and that ain't going to change anytime soon, I will say. Anybody who's watching at home, fire in who you think is going to be, well, who you would think deserves to be the driver of the day. That would be greatly appreciated. Their position changes now, but guys, Sullivan's up 9 places. Taylor Danny up 9 places. Oh, there's Danny and Winnieman swapping places there. So Danny and Bugatti Sullivan both up 9 places now. Bunter Brandon up 11 places now. Oh, and Prof now managing to get past Danny there. And I'm sorry, I only got some of that there. So now Prof could be having a wee look to try and get Danny just ahead. Having a wee look, we'll have a wee look quick at tyres. Prof's is actually on 16 lap old intermediates, and the Winnieman is still on the fresh tyres. Clex Gamer though done 4 pit stops up to now, and obviously ain't been his race. When we look further up, the guy Sullivan's managed to close that gap down on Pippo Kennedy. Didn't see what that yellow flag was for. Oh, yikes. It's unfortunate, man. Oh well, so down to 11 here. So now he's just getting to the point of who could survive the longest here. We've lost 6 here tonight, unfortunately. Today's gamer just leaving the session there. Yet Matthew has had a strong qualifying, and the rest of Danny though managing to get past Royal Rumble there into 7th place. As Royal Rumble has kind of just faded back. Oh, and Brandon's now up into 2nd place. Paul Jones is jumping into the pits for a fresh set of intermediate compounds. But the thing is, that's going to bring him up behind Taylor Danny, and possibly not just behind Taylor Danny. So he just went off the track there for turn 1. Just couldn't get the car rotated enough. Obviously, must be with the tyre temperatures. Unfortunately, as we know, Taylor Danny just got himself a 3-second time penalty. So now Paul Jones only has to come in by about just over 3.5 seconds now in order to move up onto the podium positions. So we got slow and still managing to stick close behind that Williams of Pippo Kennedy there as they're rounding up into turn 9 here. And there's going to be this fast left-right section of turns 9 and 10. And Pippo Kennedy, the guy slowing just a little bit hesitant there, getting back on the power and coming down into turn 11 now. Now he's still going to be right in the coattails. You can see Danny just in the background there, coming around at turn 11. And that can show you just how close he is. Of course, it says 3 seconds, but 3 seconds can appear a bit differently when you're in these cars. So I do apologise about that. But now the guy Sloven is still not able to make up that ground yet, so he's going to have to give it everything he's got in order to try and get that place. Come on, Paul, let's see a new fastest lap on them new intermediate tyres, says Triggle. So let's see, we'll have a wee quick look. Fastest lap to 121.096. Wasn't it about 22 that we've seen people running in Q1? Roughly on the intermediate compounds. Because if that's the case, I would say it wouldn't be impossible. So this is going to be the closest one up to now, as they are just about to start the 27th lap now. So we've got 3 more laps of this before we end up at the end. Oh, Paul Jones is absolutely he's absolutely rocketing it now with fresh intermediate tyres. These are actually proving to be quite an excellent strategy, it appears. We'll keep an eye on how this gap's going to be between Bannock Brandon and Paul Jones. Bugatti Sloven and Pippo Kennedy battling out there around turn 9 and 10. Danny managing to get involved as well. We'll go on board with Danny as he's looking to make a move on Bugatti Sloven for that 5th place. And it looks like Danny's managed to get up the inside of turn 11. Bugatti there looked like he was about to go and try and get the switch back there and try and get the inside for turn 12. But Danny manages to move it up and get past both Pippo Kennedy and Bugatti Sloven. Bugatti Sloven doesn't move a place. Pippo Kennedy down 2, Danny up 2. Nicely done there from Danny and the McLaren. Of course, them fresher intermediate tyres working wonders right now. And they are working in his favour right now, as we've only got 2 laps remaining now, folks. And then it will be finitoed. Unfortunately, Paul Jones not able to claw back that 2nd place as Bunter Brandon is just that bit too far out, but then again, he could still slip up as, well, no, as a rain, as a wet track. But Matthew just coming around to turn 11 now, he's not had any bother this whole race pretty much. And I will say, he's done quite well. So he's just got one more rotation of this track to go. So Pippo Kennedy, can you see him going for a move on the final lap? So it's going to be an all or nothing sort of bid. He's going to have to go for it in order to try and get that 7th position. Of course, he is a second away, but then again, oh no, they're just a little too much throttle through one corner or too late a break in can easily shift the tide. And it doesn't look like Pippo Kennedy's going to be able to close that gap. Paul Jones unfortunately not managing to make up enough ground in order to get that second place. It would have been possibly a better strategy if he was to stay out. But then again, he could have been wanting to and maybe hopefully try and cover them off. But I would say, but too late. Matthews though, crossed the line, gets that win. Banter Brandon in second place there from being up 12 places. Paul Jones comes across the line in P3. Taylor Danny in P4. Of course, coming with that with a 3-second time penalty. Of course, that's not going to affect him. And then we've got Danny and the McLaren coming around in 5th. We've got Bugatti Sullivan just behind him. And then we've got Pippo Kennedy, who smashes that $1 million Williams, multi-million-dollar Williams actually. Royal Rumble, crosses the line, Prof, Looney Man, and then we're just waiting on Alex to come across the line now. And then we'll have a wee proper rundown of the finishing order. Unfortunately, there won't be any interviews tonight, as this commentator is really tired and really hungry. Banter Brandon, though, getting that Driver of the Day award, I will say. Coming up from 12th place, he just kept his nose going. I'm stuck between him and Matthew here, between Driver of the Day, I would say. Possibly Banter Brandon with him being able to just stay out of all that trouble there. Let's have a wee look at the finishing order. We've got Matthew, who got that win. Banter Brandon in P2. Then it was Paul Jones who came home in 3rd. Taylor Danny 4th. Danny in 5th. Bugatti Sullivan in 6th. Pippo Kennedy in 7th. 8th Royal Rumble. Prof was 9th. Looney Man in 10th. Alex Goza was in 11th. 12th. Oh, sorry, Alex. Yeah, Alex Goza finished. Koyak's Gamer didn't finish. Neither did Perm Bowden. Well, Prodigy, Perm Bowden, Canabud, Lee, or Short Marcus. So, unfortunately, in the end, we were down to 11. So, Looney Man also got that extra point for fastest lap. So, Driver of the Day, Banter Brandon. We'll have a wee quick look at the next week, what we'll be having. So, having a look on Mondays, where we will see myself will be racing at Silverstone. But which in this, which I shall be commentating on, we shall be in Bahrain. So, looking forward to that next week, and hopefully it'll be just as wild race as what it was here tonight. Hopefully less safety cars. But until then, from me, it is peace out.